Continue our personal recollections of rugby's showpiece event. This week, we return to 2003, when England became the first Northern Hemisphere team to win the Webb Ellis Cup.
I think it was probably more tense than I'd ever experienced.
God, I don't know why I don't know why I would think that they would be small. You can have the Jordy podcast when you play if you want. All right, bet. I don't know why I thought that they would be small, bro. But they're huge, like literally huge.
There's a strength of the England changing room was it always had that confidence, led by Martin, because he just was in so much control.
Like, did you see that, Dad? Like, whose father was that, bro?
I suppose it was pressure. No one wanted to make a mistake. We knew it wasn't going to be pretty. It was wet. It was slippy. It was drizzling with rain. So everyone was just so focused on their job that they had specifically to do. I think that then maybe have given that.
Comment section and chat, if people are here, what? Do they do the rugby games like how, like, so like here in America, right? They don't have like stadiums for everything. They like share stadiums and stuff. So do they do rugby events at the same places that they hold the football tournaments and stuff like that? Is that how it goes? Because if they have a whole rugby stadium, that's wild, bro. That's crazy.
Air of tension that might not have been there before.
When we walked out, the atmosphere was great, but you almost
smaller, quicker players to do.
You walk out
Gotcha.
You do the anthems. That's quite emotional, but then you tune that down and you concentrate on the game, and almost that thing around you is secondary. So it's almost like the crowd aren't there.
Gotcha.
You're just playing on a pitch. Your focus is just on the white lines, and it's remarkable. You never really stop and look up, whatever big stadium you're in. You never
see
really
this
look
nigga's
up into
neck?
the third tier when you're playing, because
You couldn't even choke that man if you wanted to. Oh my God!
Wide. Here comes Takiri.
What the fuck?
He's only got to take it. Lottie, first day Australia.
Oh my God! He just put his whole knee into his chest.
He's only got to take it. Lottie, first day Australia.
I would be like, of course he's a pussy and doesn't want to go up against me.
Out on that wing, and Lottie Takiri,
he got to put his knee up like a little bitch.
And we just so happened to get an opportunity exactly where you need to get an opportunity, sort of 20 metres out from their line, and Lottie on the left-hand side, and the line out in the scrum.
So, like, explain to me why in this situation right here, why didn't he just throw the ball to him?
An opportunity exactly where you need to get an opportunity.
Can you not throw a rugby ball?
Line, and Lottie on the left-hand side, and the line out in the scrum being on the right-hand side. We'd practice it all week. How often do you actually get a situation in a game where it works perfectly like that? And the execution
can't throw full. Oh, you can only pitch like
really
left and right and back, right?
Specific area.
Gotcha.
You probably assume that we should have scored a couple more tries.
He was a giant that night. He
oh my God!
And who can forget him sort of punching the ball away and just come on, because he wouldn't swear. Even at that moment in time, the best thing you can say about Jason Owens, where most of us might have been saying all sorts of profanities, he just goes, come on. And it just got the whole nation lifted, didn't it? It's one of the great everlasting memories for the moment in English rugby.
Yeah, that probably would have got me hyped. Because that nigga looked so, I literally just got chills. That nigga looked like he was serious, bro. Like, he looked like he was serious, bro.
In their backyard.
That would have got me hyped too. I can't even lie. I'm like, let's go, baby.
A lot of that came from ourselves. But we knew
that nigga looked serious, bro. He was like,
we were such an established side. We knew each other, inside out. We knew how to win
I'm in your head.
games.
I'm in your head. Rent free.
And that was our moment.
Oh my God.
It's extra time.
Oh.
14-all. Only seconds remaining on the clock.
But every time we got in a good field position, we gave away a penalty, which was, I can promise you there's no way we needed to, or we wanted to. We're a very professional team, and we pride ourselves on not doing dumb things like that. So a full time, I had to think then. We made a decision to put Jason Leonard on, and his instruction was very clear. You've got to sort the scrums out.
I managed to come on the pitch. I had a word straight away with Andre Watson. Said, "Look, Andre, you know me."
What the fuck was that? What was that? What the fuck is that? What
I managed to come on the pitch.
What the fuck is going on?
I had a word straight away with Andre.
Is this how you do like a down ball? Like, what the fuck is
I won't go up and I won't go down, so you won't get any penalties out of me. And he just said, thank you very much, Jace, that's great. And I told Trevor Woodman and the rest of the pack that we're not going to scrummage, we're going to let Australia win all their ball because they're not going to do anything with it. We've got a great back row that was shutting everything down that day. And after about 3 or 4 scrums, where Australia was never going to put us under pressure on our ball, but we let them win.
Like football? Are you talking about actual football, or are you talking about like soccer?
Neater and tidier. And I ran past Andre Watson halfway through extra time and literally just said,
bro, if I saw this dude in a pub, you see his fucking neck? I'd have been like, fuck no. I was like, hey, sir, can I buy you a drink?
Any problems with the scrum? And he just said, no, absolutely fine, Joseph. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's no secret.
Yeah, I'll take a brew.
He was going for the drop goal. Johnny knew his drop goal. The whole world knew he was going for a drop goal. So if you were on the Australian side, you'd be sitting in the blocks and you'd be twitching, ready to go, because you'd be the one wanting to charge that kick down. So, my thoughts are, well, yeah, they are going to be twitchy, so I might just dummy the trigger on the gun and see how they go, and that's what it was. So I got myself into a position, and as soon as they tweak and they go back, then that any scrum half will tell you that's then the time to pass the ball. I suppose Johnny ideally would have liked it on his left foot, but I thought he'd missed 3 on his left foot already, so I said, go on, try on your right, and you're too good anyway. I made him look even better than he is, I suppose.
The whistle hadn't gone.
Yo, that's crazy, because I feel like there's no, like, you would only hear that in the UK. No American person would have the balls to say that. No American person would have the balls to say that. Like, oh, you've already missed 3. Let me try and serve it to him on his left. I mean, on his right. You know what I mean? They would have been trying to be way more respectful about that. That's hilarious. I love that. That's like real shit right there. Like, that's like some real teammate shit. Like,
and they had one more kickoff. You know, we could have lost the World Cup on that kickoff. So the kickoff was massive, and without doubt, it was probably the worst kickoff I've ever seen in terms of England's point of view, because everyone's in the wrong place.
It was actually Trevor Woodman, our prop, was underneath the ball, and he caught it, we set it up, and Greenwood was standing in first receiver, and all of a sudden and I was outside him, he has then dropped onto his hands and knees, and I've sort of looked down to my left, and you can see him in the video, he's actually standing there on all 4s, and he's going, kick the thing out, and I was like, oh, thanks mate, why didn't you just do that, do you know what I mean? So, and then Dawes got it, and we slowed it right down, and again, we just kicked it straight out, and I just thought, you know, there's probably still 10, 15 seconds on the clock. And we all just looked at the referee, and we were like, is he going to blow, is he not going to blow? Because you just didn't know what the guy was going to do, so, and luckily he blew, so.
Just relief, honestly, sheer relief. It would have been, you'd never, ever have forgiven yourself for losing that match.
Damn, so they almost got saved, huh?
Because he couldn't write it, you know, to be ahead, for them to come back, to be ahead, for them to come back, to finish it, and then, you know, for him to finally blow the whistle with us ahead was just utter relief.
David Kirk.
Oh, is it like soccer? How you have like that extra time thing, and if how like the other team isn't making like forward progression for a goal, they'll just stop the game? You know what I mean? Is that how that goes?
Nick Farr-Jones, Francois Pina, John Eales, and now Martin Johnson.
Damn. Dude, rugby goes hard, man. I feel like I would get down. I feel like I would get hit one time without pads, and I'd be like, nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that, I'm good. I remember, bro, I'm good. Like, that would have not been okay at all. I'd be like, you know what? I'm good, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely a soft little bitch. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. Last as always, all right? Don't forget. I don't know when this video is live, but we're probably still in a subathon right now, so make sure you guys come say hi.